FM94, The Dark. It is that time again. It's time to get to know a band we play here on The Dark. And this is a band I'm pretty sure that most people that listen to The Dark know of. It's the band SILVERTUNG, and we've had a chance to talk with their lead singer, Speed, a couple of times, and I got him on the phone again, Speed, because I wanted to get kind of caught up on things with this band. And first of all, how you doing in 2016?
Awesome, brother JD. Thank you so much for having me on here, man.
Hey, let's dive right in right away. In fact, you're getting about ready to go into the studio and lay some new tracks down. That's pretty cool, first of all, especially for an artist when you get to that point. How's it going right now with that?
It's going great, man. It's going great. It's always exciting at this point because this is where we actually get to go in and actually really hear things for what they really are. So we get to go in here and nitpick everything now.
Hey, let's talk about the current single that we're playing right now on these airwaves called Face the Music. And in fact, I just got some information here recently that currently it's been charted on Under the Radar. I know it was at 36 last week. The new charts come out this week, so I got to believe it'll be higher there. It's also been on the mainstream rock radio indicator chart in the top 50 there. And it looks like the video's getting some views already in the first month, over 23,000 views. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Wow, I didn't even know that, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm getting these stats here from some of your PR guys, so there you go. You got some cool information first time heard here on The Dark, right?
Wow, that is awesome. I didn't know. I did not know. We've been so busy with the studio and writing and everything, I haven't had a chance to, jump on Facebook or anything for a while now, so that's awesome. No, I didn't know that.
That's cool. Well, there you go. And it sounds like, and when I report to Under the Radar, and I know we've been spinning your tracks every night here on the airwaves. So, and it looks like the trend is going up for that song. I want to get into that song a little bit. What is that song all about? What's the meaning of it?
Actually, it kind of comes full circle for us. It's about the last 3 years of our career. Coming up in the music industry, being an independent band is a bit of a struggle. And you find a lot of people like yourself that is willing to help, help support us or, just help us along. But then you find a lot of people that just want to take from you.
Right.
And we have never experienced that because we've never been at this level. We've always been, at quite a bit of a smaller level than what we are now.
Mm-hmm.
But we've always had people that were always supportive. We've never really had any negativity or anything around us. And then the last 3 years, all of a sudden, all these people are trying to take from us and trying to kind of push the band down. So we were all confused. I mean, we were starting to get a little depressed about things. We were like, man, what is this all about? We've always had good times. And so that's kind of where the title even comes from. We had to learn how to face the music, per se, that not everything is great. Not everything's always on the up. And some people out there just aren't very cool. And we had to learn that the hard way by getting beat around a little bit. So, but, we're all good now. But that's where the song came from. It came from, the last 3 years of dealing with things that we have never faced before. Like I said, we've always had a lot of positivity around us. And the last 3 years, we've seen a lot of negative faces that came out of the woodworks. And we were like, whoa, who are these people?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And we learned a really cool lesson. We were in a deli. We were out on tour, and we went to a deli. We like to find good food, not just your random run-of-the-mill, fast food store or something.
Right.
So we in this really, really cool little deli, very hipster-like. And the guy there asked us, he said, hey, are you guys in a band? Because, you guys look like a band. And we were all kind of hesitant to saying, yeah. But my big mouth, I'm like, yeah, we're in a band, man. And he's like, cool. He said, what kind of music do you do? And I can hear, folk music in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, here we go. I said, we're kind of hard rock band, man. He's like, cool, man, we're into metal and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, whoa, hold on, this is really cool. So we spent the last 2 hours with those guys just hanging out, and we kind of realized, it's not about the things that are taking you down or trying to take you down. It's about the people around you that are supporting you, that believe in what you're doing.
Right.
That's what it's really about. So it's kind of coming full circle for us. That's where Face the Music came from.
Awesome. It's got to be really cool. And, for a guy like me, I get to spin the music on the radio. I hear a lot of it. But when you say the story that you just did, the meaning of that song, you actually lived it, and you get to express what you're living through music. That has to be really almost therapeutic, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And that's, I think it's great because even our fans tell us the same thing. When they listen to certain songs of ours, it helps them get through hard times. Like the single that we had last year, "Never Too Late,"
right.
that did chart on the billboards. That's helped. We had a flood of emails and even handwritten letters, which you don't normally see, about people that were going to commit suicide, and because of that song, they did not.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is the biggest and most humbling situation you could ever be in, when something that you've gone through and something that you've written about has helped other people. And we kind of hope that's what Face the Music does too. I mean, we're not out here trying to be, preaching a choir or anything.
Right. Yeah, we know that for sure. We know your story, Speed, now. And if you don't know how the name came about of Silvertongue, you have to go back a couple interviews. You'll figure out what it is, and so we know he's not preaching. Right? Am I right on that?
No, you're 100% right.
Hey, we're talking with Speed from Silvertongue, and it's cool to get to talk to you again, and it's really cool just to hear what you were talking about, Face the Music. And you're a band that was kind of an up-and-coming band, and you're still up-and-coming, but you're getting more notoriety now, and you've had some challenges now because of that. And obviously everybody wants to become big at some point, because obviously then you're probably making a few more bucks, but a lot of problems come with that too, don't they, Speed?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't really call it, well, yeah, I guess that's some of my problems.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden these bills come in that you don't know about. You're like, what was this for?
Right.
What? Wait a minute, we got to pay for what? But it's very, very cool, because here again, it's another page that we turn in our journey, to where everything that we deal with this year, we'll write again. We'll write all about everything that we did this year next year. So
right.
Everybody kind of gets to experience it with us, because we're not that type of band that can sit down and write a song about some mystical beast that we could just create in our heads. We're about life experiences.
Absolutely. Hey, another thing that I got from your PR guys here, and this is really cool. Obviously, you're an East Coast band out of Maryland, and it looks like you are up for 2 Maryland Music Awards, Breakout Artist and Best Heavy Metal Artist. That's got to be a pretty cool honor for that area, isn't it?
Oh, my God, it's extremely exciting. I mean, we've never been nominated for anything except for a bunch of knuckleheads. So.
At the deli.
At the deli.
Exactly.
So it was great when we got the news. We got the email. Our manager David got the email, and then he texted us all and said, "Hey, you guys, just want to let you guys know that you're nominated for Breakout Band of the Year and Heavy Metal Band of the Year for Maryland Music Awards." Mm-hmm. And we thought he was joking. So I texted back, and I said, yeah. I said, I guess we'll see you at the Grammys later on this year too.
Yeah, exactly.
And he said, "No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious." And we're like, "What?" Because we were on the road when he sent it out to us. We were like, "What? Are you serious?" "Nuh-uh, you're joking, man." And he's like, "No, dude, I'm telling you, you guys were nominated." So I think that's great. I mean, and the cool thing is being from Baltimore, I guess any band notices this coming from any hometown.
Right.
You're not really looked at as anything bigger than, the garage band down the street. Mm-hmm. So, and that's cool with us. We don't care. But when you have people in the music industry that you dealt with growing up and growing up through the music scene in Maryland, you get to see that these people are on the panels. And it's like, wow, they do know who we are. Mm-hmm. I've known who these guys were for years now, and a lot of these guys are big, well-known people in the music industry, especially for Maryland. And to have them guys even just nominate us as, Breakout Band of the Year or Heavy Metal Band of the Year,
right?
That just blows my mind.
What I think,
yeah, we're extremely excited.
what I think is going to be very interesting, and I don't know if you've done this before, and I'm assuming these might be taped though. You're performing at the televised event, even including. Have you ever done anything live TV for that matter? I guess.
No.
Oh boy. All right. Well, that guy on that 7-second delay button's gonna be working a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, our manager already said, Speed, I need you to just calm your voice. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I've heard the things that come out of your mouth at a live show. You can't do that here. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, don't drop the F-bomb.
Well, you can, but they're not going to understand your music when it's like beep, beep, beep.
Right.
But that's got to be cool, though, too, because obviously that's for the Maryland Music Awards, which is going to get you even more exposure, which is awesome.
Oh, I know. And here again, like I said, we're still blown away by it. We're like, wow, is this really happening to us? And so it is. It really is. It's even on the advertisements, so we have to believe that it's really happening.
When is that actually coming up so I know to look for that? Maybe, there's like a blooper video of it or something.
It is May 13th. Oh, if there's any bloopers, trust me, we're going to record the entire time we're there because we're probably going to be the oddities that are going to be in that crowd. So.
Nice.
You're going to have all these people in, like, suits and ties, and, we're going to walk in there with, like, ripped-up jeans and stuff.
Just walk in there and go, I want to rock.
Exactly. I wear a tie at least. I mean, my jeans might be ripped up.
Absolutely. There you go. Hey, we're talking with Speed from the band SILVERTUNG. A lot of fun chatting with him. Hey, what currently is going on? Obviously, you said you're in the studio getting ready to lay some tracks down, but how about touring-wise? How did 15 go for touring, and what's the plan for 16?
Actually, 15 was really, really good. We got to expand a little bit. We ended up going like towards Florida and everything, and we were back out in Michigan again, which was a great experience because we got stuck in 9 below zero weather on the Ohio State Turnpike for 5 hours.
Nice.
We got to know each other very, very well. But for 16, there's a lot of talk about a bunch of different tours that are coming through. We really want to go after some radio stuff. Because you guys have been so awesome to us, and we just haven't had a chance to get out in those areas. And
right.
We really want to get out there because, we want to make new fans in those areas. And you guys are so cool to play our music that, we want to be able to back that up. We want to be able to come to that hometown and say, yeah, this is your radio station. This is the best damn radio station here. So let's all join together and have a good time for tonight. But there's also some bigger tours that are coming up, and a few of them our manager has not released to us yet.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you because I don't want to get your hopes up. So I can only imagine what that's going to be like. So.
We've had this interview before. We talked about who you'd love to play with, but currently, who would you like to play with right now? Is there some bands out there that are you really digging right now that you'd love to be out on tour with?
6 a.m.
Okay, yeah.
6 a.m. has become one of my most favorite bands. James Michaels is just an amazing vocalist.
Right.
DJ Aspa, I've always been a DJ fan,
mm-hmm.
So, when he was in 6 a.m., I was just blown away by the music. 6 a.m., Avenged Sevenfold, I'd love to go out with Avenged Sevenfold.
Mm-hmm.
If there was like an older band or something, of course, Motley Crue's already gone, so I can't say that.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming. Now GNR's back together now, at least some of them.
So I was getting ready to say, now if they have a spot open on the GNR tour, we'll take that one. Too.
Yeah, you might go from the Maryland Music Awards to the AMAs or something after that, right?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, it would be. Instead of the MMAs, it'll be the AMAs. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly. And I know I got a couple of shows coming up with like John 5.
Okay.
I do know that for sure.
Nice.
I think there's some stuff coming up with Saliva.
All right.
And then, we're finishing up in the studio, so that's taking up a lot of time. I'll probably be in there tonight, probably to about 1 o'clock in the morning, just to try to get all my vocals, as many as I can down. So most of the bigger touring for the festivals and stuff, we kind of have to wait to see what the routing is going to be like. So hopefully we'll get out to some of those festivals again this year like we did last year.
Yeah, that's your management's problem to deal with that. You just play the music, right?
That's what he keeps telling me. He says, you got to let this alone. Let me deal with it. I'm like, I'm so used to doing it all on my own that we just signed a great publishing deal. We signed with Snowden Management team, and they're great. Chip has been on board with us for a couple years now, and our team has just gotten really strong, and they're really behind us. Because I think we've kind of proven ourselves even to our management team. I think that took a little bit of time for them to go, these guys for real, or are they just going to like bog out, after a couple of years because the song doesn't go to number one or something. We don't even think about that kind of crap. If the song goes to number one, so what? What does that mean? It means that, your song's being played an awful lot, and that's great, but still, you got to go out there and you got to meet the fans because that's what it's all about. It's not about do you chart Billboard all the time.
Right.
It's nice, but
yeah, it is. But where you're having the passion of playing the music and hanging out with the fans, that means more to you than a number one song.
Absolutely, number one song I could care less about as long as we have fans that enjoy it and radio stations like you that'll just play it. I mean, some bands will never get to this point.
Right.
So we're like completely blessed that we are where we're at.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you make it through the big snowstorm out there, the monster blizzard? Did you dodge that? What the hell happened for you guys out there?
Well, actually, it kind of screwed us.
Let me guess, you had some gigs.
Well, actually, we didn't. We were going into the studio for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And the snow came in, and there was no getting out.
Oh.
I mean, at my house, my mom and they have a long driveway going up into to their little parking area, and I for 3 hours on Saturday I was out snowblowing, and then Sunday came, and it's a good thing because I think the snow probably would have been taller than I am. I'm short. So.
Wow.
So that was out 6 hours. Doing some more shoveling, but it was good. I loved it. I had a good time doing it.
Yeah, well, it happens once in a while, right?
Exactly. So everybody's like, "Oh, come on, man, you're supposed to be a rock star." And I'm like, "Rock star? That rock star's overrated, dude. Come on over here and shovel some snow with me."
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, we'll wrap this up, but let's find out more information about the band. And our listeners, obviously, they probably heard about you a bunch, but if they want to get in touch with you a little bit more, how can they find out more about Silvertongue?
The best way to get a hold of us is www.silvertongue.com, and that's TUNG.com.
Awesome.
And you can, once you go there, you can get to any of our networks: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. We're all over the place. If you want, we'll come to your house.
Yeah, I know. We're going to make that happen one of these days when you guys get your butts up here.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll make sure we play out in the backyard for a night. That'd be fun.
Oh, we'll bring the acoustics with us.
Absolutely.
We love doing that. Every time we go away out of town, we end up staying at somebody's house. They're gracious enough to let us come crash. Next day, if we're off the next day, we'll get out by the campfire and start jamming some music.
Absolutely. Hey, a lot of fun chatting with you, and definitely when you guys make it up this way, you let us know that too, all right?
We'll do that, Chasey. Thank you so much, man. And thank you guys out there for listening to our music and keep kicking butt.
Yeah, see, now if I would have had the bleep button here, you could have said something else, but we don't because, we're low budget here, all right?
We're all low budget. Come on.
Once again, that is Speed from the band Silvertongue, and we're going to play their latest song, Face the Music. It's on right now. It's on the dark. It's on FM94.